History of the American Indians by James Adair. In the book, he has 23 arguments of the similarities between the Hebrew Israelites and the Native American tribes he encountered, which were the Catawba Nation, Cherokee Nation, Muskogee Nation, Choctaw Nation, and Chickasaw Nation. So the first argument is the Israelites were divided into tribes and had chiefs over them, and that as natives we have the same structure. And that's one thing that led me to this knowledge, is because I started reading the Bible and noticing that the government that was utilized by the tribes is the same thing that we were always taught growing up. We had chiefs appointed to be in service of the people. Second argument is that these tribes, he noticed, were using Yahuwah. And even if you look towards the bottom, there's a word for father, and it's Ishtohola Abba. And Ishtar, I think, is like a man or woman in the scripture, and Abba is obviously father, And so there's obvious similarities between the languages to this day, even with all the other tribes, even on the West Coast.
It is good that you have turned your thoughts to the Cherokee. It was caused by Yahuwah.
The sixth argument is that the calendar is very similar to that of the Hebrews from the natives, and even the festivities and just the appointed times of the year are very similar to that of the lost tribes. The seventh argument is that the spiritual structure of the native tribes resembles that of the Israelite tribes. The eighth argument is that the festivals celebrated by the Israelites are the same festivals that are celebrated by many of the tribes. Next argument is that the tribes, Israelites, were very sacrificial and sacrificed daily, in that he witnessed the tribes, throwing fat into the fire or sacrificing certain items of the animal. And I've witnessed similar acts here too on the res. The 10th argument was interesting to me because he was kind of, mocking them a little bit on their frequent bathing, because they always went to the river to cleanse themselves. And I guess it was almost like a purification, that similar to baptism. And he claims that they would come out in the morning saying, yo, hewa, and they're praising the Most High in the morning and giving blessings to him. Another argument is that the natives had customs regarding uncleanness that were similar to Mosaic law, and even the times of a woman's monthly period. There was times of retreat, and Old Testament has similar way of thinking. So the 20th and the 21st argument are basically about the grievement stages of the native tribes. When a woman lost her husband in war, her brother, the brother of that man, was to marry and to raise his brother's seed up, and so that his name will not be wiped from the land. And he witnessed that firsthand from the tribes. The 22nd argument, he's talking about how the natives give names to their children the same way that the Hebrews did. It's very similar, and it's the same the way I grew up. The names are usually given, they're very descriptive, usually after nature or after the behavior of the child. The last argument is that the oral tradition of the natives of how they migrated to the land is similar to the Bible. And also, growing up, I was told that we came from the East. They try to tell us we came from the Bering Strait, but oral tradition, native tradition, is that we came from the East, at least from the tribe I grew up in. So there it is, y'all. That's the 23 arguments that James Adair makes, written in the 1700s. Make sure you guys go check it out. Maybe you can get the PDF if you want it. If you made it this far,